everybody, this is a tutorial on how I made my box braided wig with a frontal. I am using Expressions braiding hair, which is 84 inches, as you guys can see here, that I purchased from my local beauty supply store. You'll also need a lighter and some scissors and a needle and thread to sew down your frontal, and a small crochet needle hook or latch hook, and of course a mesh dome cap. And this is what it's looking like. This is the frontal. Of course, you'll need a frontal, of course. And I forgot where I purchased this frontal from, because this video was old and I'm just now doing a voiceover on it. So yeah. So I did pin it down with the stick pins so that when I'm sewing it will not roll all over the place or bunch up or things of that sort, and to make it more organized. I do this on all of my units that I do make. If you're not familiar with my other videos, I will put it down in the description bar below, so please take the time out to check it out down there so you guys could have other ideas on what other types of wigs that I make. Alright, so I'm starting to sew here, and when I sew I'm very meticulous about it because I want to make sure that the stitching is tight and secure, because I do wash my units. Yes, I do. I hope you do too, because you want to be sanitary about it, because you will be using probably glue to, you know, hold it down and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that your stitching is not sloppy and not loose, because you don't want your wig to be unraveling after 2 weeks after you have made it, you know. 2 weeks later, you're like, oh, my wig is unraveling, because, sometimes you want to make sure that, well, all the time, I'm sorry, you want to make sure that it's secure, okay? So just try to take your time. Do not rush while you're making a wig. If you're a very busy person like I am, take 2-3 hours out of each day and work on your unit, if you can't do it in one day, because I can't do it in one day. So that's what you'll do. Set aside some time for yourself for your unit. When the time is over, then you can move on to do something else. That's just to give you, a little bit more of time management, all right? Because you don't want to be rushing on your unit. I did speed up the process here, as you guys can see, and I also have videos on me sewing down my frontals and things of that sort. Okay, so yeah, so you want to make sure that the stitching is pretty close and secure, and you don't want it to look sloppy, but you do whatever is your heart's desire. If you want it to look like that, that's up to you. Just be prepared to re-sew your frontal if you are being lazy about it. Okay, and I'm just basically sewing here, so I'm not really going to talk that much, but this is what I basically do on the frontal. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. We are done with sewing down the frontal. I'm going to give you guys a close-up to see how the stitching looks. And this is how I stitched it. You do not have to do it exactly like I do. You can always tweak it, but this is how my stitching looks like after I had sewn down my frontal. Alright, now we're coming to the fun part, which is the braiding part. Alright, we're going to take our small crochet hook needle or latch hook, and we're going to hook it through the dome mesh cap. Okay, that's why I say get a mesh cap and not the other one. And we're going to take a small piece of the Expressions hair, and we're going to pull it through the mesh cap, and we're going to take one piece of hair and thread it through. And there we go. Voila, magic. And then we're going to take another piece of hair and put it in between in the middle there, as you guys can see here, and we're going to take the 2 pieces of hair on the side and we're going to tie it down. Okay, this is to secure the hair because we're going to start braiding in a few moments. So when you do this part, you want to make sure that this is very secure because you don't want it sliding too much, because you want these braids to be secure as well. You don't want braids falling down the street as you're walking. So you want to make nice multiple tight knots as you're trying to secure this hair, as you guys can see, like I did here. All right. And it is sliding like that. You're going to get that, but that's fine. It is going to be secure. Trust and believe me. Okay. And then you just start the braiding process. Okay. This is not a braiding tutorial, but I'm just showing you what I did. So do not be alarmed if you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just basically braiding. So yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of braiding tutorials here on YouTube. I have not done one as of yet, but that's basically about that. So you're just doing some simple braiding here, as you guys can see here, and there's the knot there. And then this is where we come to the end of the braiding. Now you're going to make a knot because this is a bob wig. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a little piece of hair and we're going to wrap it around because we're going to knot it. Okay. All right. It may take a couple times because, you want to make sure, because the hair is so small, it's kind of hard to, put it through the hole here. So you just want to make sure that you're securing the bottom. Okay. So you want to do like a few knots there so it will not unravel. And my hands may be a little bit ashy, so my bad, don't judge me. This is a wig tutorial. We are not talking about my hands. So anyway, I digress. But yeah, so here we go. Yeah, so we're braiding here. All right. I'm sorry, we're making knots here. Now we're going to, as you guys can see, it's knotted up, nice and secure. And we're going to take the scissors and we're going to cut. Okay. Don't cut the knot itself. Okay. All right. So now it's supposed to look like this. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take the lighter and we're going to burn the ends. All right. And I sprayed my hand with some water so I could, squeeze the end because I didn't want to burn my hand, Yeah. And that's it. So we do the same thing here. As you guys can see, I'm not going to talk through this, but I speeded it up. I sped it up a little bit. I'm sorry. So you guys could see, and I'm going to be quiet for this part. And so you guys can enjoy, and I will be back when we get to the frontal part. So I hope this is clear for you, and enjoy the music in this part of the video until I come back. Alright, so here we go to the fun part. This is the frontal part where we make the magic happen. I already parted around here already, and as you guys can see, okay, and I put some gel on the frontal hair, and I split that part down the middle, as you guys can see. Now I'm going to take Expressions hair and I'm going to start braiding, okay? So I'm going to start gathering all the hair. Now this is a hard part because you're trying to gather the frontal hair with the Expressions hair. So it's like really hard. So this part you do have to really concentrate because you don't want that slippage. I learned this technique. I forgot the YouTuber name. I don't know if it's Beauty Can Braid or I'm not sure, but I will put it down in the description bar below, and I'll try to put it in the video, but I did mention it in my other wig video. So I like to give credit where credit is due all the time. You guys know I'm like that. All right, so that's basically about that. But this technique really does work because you do not get any slippage, and then you start braiding. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys one more again. Okay, show you again. Okay, braided here, and I don't know if I started over. But yeah, so we're doing it again. All right, and here we go. And we're gathering all the hair, as you guys can see here. And we are braiding the hair, gathering all the hair together, making sure that everything is nice and neat and tight. Okay, you want to make sure that the braid is tight. Okay, and then that's it. And then we're going to do the same thing like we did before, have it tie the ends, and that's it, y'all. I know this was a little bit of a quick video, but I hope you found this helpful and I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, check out my other braided, check out my other videos in the description bar below. My description bar is filled with a lot of informative videos, so please check that out below. I hope this was informative. This is how I made my bob unit by burning the ends. So I do have a similar video like this, but I just want to show you how I burnt the ends and give you, you know, a lot of details on this video. Okay, and check out the picture at the end, and that's basically it, you guys. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please know to ask. I hope this was helpful. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. And this is how I made my box braided wig. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Any questions, comments, concerns, please ask. Then bye, see you. Thanks for watching. Peace.